Yo, what's going on everyone? It's Brian with DrinkABeerandPlayAGame, and today I am going to be reviewing, really just talking about my first impressions of the new game Grounded. Now, to be fair, this is still in game preview mode, so it's not like I can give this a full-fledged review, and I know there's a lot of things that the developers still need to work out. I will not be too critical, because what's the point of that? It won't make sense. We know they're going to fix a lot of the bugs, no pun intended. But yeah, I've actually really enjoyed what I've played through so far, and it seems to be a really popular download right now, so I just wanted to get my thoughts out there and share them with you all. And if you have already played the game, do me a favor, just comment below, what do you think of it? Did I miss anything major? Either way, let's just dive right into it. Developed by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Xbox Game Studios, Grounded is a Microsoft Windows and Xbox exclusive. If you're familiar with the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, then you are going to be very familiar with the story of this game. Set in the 90s, you basically follow a group of teens who must figure out how they got shrunk down to the size of an ant and make their way back home. The game is filled with all types of references to the movie, but it does do a few little interesting twists, and I don't want to give any major spoilers, but let's just say you're probably not the only ones who have been shrunk as you reveal and find these leftover artifacts and little labs scattered across the lawn. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this game was released for early access on July 28th. The game is expected to be released fully in 2021 alongside the Xbox Series X. While the ultimate goal of the game is trying to figure out how to bring yourself back to regular size, at its core, Grounded is a survival game. And like any good survival game, you're going to be spending a lot of time getting to know your environment as you scavenge for food, water, shelter, and weapons to fight the multitude of different insects you're going to come across. Now right off the bat, let's get this out of the way. This game has received a ton of attention due to the appearance of their spiders. And yeah, they do look creepy and they're annoying as hell and they're scary, but my god, the amount of people who have really been fearful of this, I guess I didn't realize how big arachnophobia is out there. This game actually has a setting to, I guess, make the spiders appear more cute, almost like silly bubbles that you fight. That is... To me, that's a little silly. If you're that scared of spiders, maybe don't play the game. But it's very interesting that they've decided to make it its own setting. While spiders are the apex predator you're going to come across, you're still going to fight some ants, some grubs, weevils. There's just a lot back there that they really handled in a very interesting way. And similarly, when you're scavenging for food and water, you can find leftover remnants from things in the backyard, such as a can of soda, or you just get the dewdrops off of a leaf. When it comes to shelter, you have plenty of grass, which almost acts as wood. And as you upgrade and find things to cut down weeds or break up stone, you can upgrade your shelter accordingly. Like most survival games, as you find different items, you're going to unlock different recipes. And when you find these certain labs scattered across the lawn, you can analyze the ingredients you find, which ultimately unlock even more recipes. So you can tell there's a lot of things to do in the game that what I would call are not really progressing the story, but they're fun time wasters, and it's just something to keep you customizing and coming back. Now, you can play this game alone or in multiplayer with up to 3 different friends. So far, I've only played this alone, and I've had a lot of fun with that, but from people I've talked to, multiplayer can be really fun. And I can imagine you'd be a lot more willing to take on some of the bigger spiders, like the wolf spiders, if you have a group of friends. So from a general presentation standpoint, I really like the way this game looks. It's overly cartoony, but the lighting effects and the animations of all the insects and your player are really well done. The music is very simple. It doesn't really stand out as that unique, but in most survival games, you're not really worried about the music anyway. And I like the little one-liners, although I could see them getting a bit annoying. Now, if I was going to throw any negatives out there, I would just say, like any game in early development, there are just a lot of little bugs and issues I've come across, such as for a while there, almost every time I would cook something, it would reset the entire game. I know other people have experienced other issues, but that's the main one that's affected me so far. If I could make one big suggestion, it would be that they include a fast travel. I know it seems to be a trend for a lot of games anymore to not include fast travel, to really have you experience trying to get back to your home base. And sure, if you're in a pinch, you have everything you need around you to make you a new home base or a place to save or a respawn point. But I don't know. That is just one thing I really wish they would fix, because as I imagine, the lawn may get even larger in the final release, and so much time is going to be spent backtracking that it kind of takes away from the game. But that's just for me personally. While the gameplay may not be anything revolutionary, it's really the presentation and the idea that really caught my eye. And one other thing that would be really cool is, once this game is released, if you do have changing of seasons. Now, granted, I guess the intent of this game is not meant to be you're stuck at this size forever. I'm sure, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, it's supposed to only take place over a day or so. But I would really be interested to see what the game looks like with rain effects, with snow, like how that would affect the overall gameplay, and interesting elements they could bring into the game. So, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Like I said, I wanted to keep this short and sweet, give just some general overviews of the game. While this is a game I would recommend trying, I would highly encourage only try it if you have Game Pass. At $30, the price is a little steep, and it's still got a whole lot to flesh out, unless you're really a big fan of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So, when it comes to beer pairing, when you play a game like this, it just screams summertime, and I know we're winding down with summer, but I'm going to stick with a Farmhouse Ale coming to us from the Brazier DuPont, and this is their Fourite. Like anyone who's drinking a Farmhouse, this one comes in at 7.5%, and there is just so much spicy, grassy, floral notes that you're going to feel like this could have been brewed with the ingredients you find in this blonde. I really enjoy how this goes down, and when you're playing a game like this, you really want to immerse yourself in the idea of feeling like it's summer. So, let us know what you guys think below, and until next time guys, cheers.